going to do our show right here today.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So this morning we want to talk about our preconditions. We have 4 preconditions for working with people, and that's for anybody. I mean, we even observe them with each other. And the 4 preconditions are: honor your word, look up your words, be committed to something greater than yourself. And 4 is, well, be ready to change. Be willing to cause change. These are our 4 preconditions. You have to meet these preconditions in order to do this work. It's not about us. You know me, I don't like to make rules. But these are the rules that are necessary for this work. If you want to do this work, being integrity, you have to have integrity. You have to make a vow or a promise to yourself and to us to work with us. And the promise is that you're going to honor your word. If you give your word, for example, that you're in the course, then you're in the course. Until you inform us otherwise, we'll treat you as if you're in the course. And what that means for us is that we don't have a case, but you do. And we're going to work on your case. That's our commitment from our side. We are going to deliver the results or the benefits of the course to you, which are exactly what is stated in the title of the course, being integrity. The only reason why our lives don't work is that we're out of integrity. If we're out of integrity, we don't keep our promises, we don't keep our word even to ourselves. And so, of course, our life doesn't work. What a big surprise, huh? But then there's times when we can't keep our word due to circumstances beyond our control, or whatever, weakness, failure, lack of knowledge, or whatever quality. And then we have a responsibility to honor our word and inform those concerned that we are changing our word, that we missed our word, and to do whatever it takes to make that up to them. And that's a discussion, that's a negotiation that you have to enter into if you've given your word or if you're expected to keep your word and you don't. So our expectation is that once you're in the course, you have given your word that you're going to do the course. You're going to do the work that's necessary in the course and respond to all of the questions and share as we request you in the course and participate in the course fully to get the full benefit. I mean, we assume that you want the full benefit, right? With just being integrity. And being integrity is big enough, a big enough context that, hello, good morning. Being integrity is a big enough context that, clearing the whole planet can show up in it. Huh? We're going to clear everybody, even you. Yeah, we are. So, the dangers of on-location shooting here. The intention that we have formed fits within the space of integrity just fine. So how big is integrity? Certainly big enough for whatever games you want to play. And we don't care what you do with this technology. You don't even need to ask permission or inform us or anything. Although it's nice if you want to share. Well, we're interested in you as a being and how you show up in the course. That's our interest right now. We want you to show up with integrity. That's the only way we can work with you. Otherwise, if you're playing games with us, it's not going to work for you, it's not going to work for us. And we'll have to inform you of that with relentless compassion. That's our job. Your job is to show up and have integrity, which means being authentic. Even if, like Ronnie yesterday, the only thing you have to be authentic about is your inauthenticity. That's real authentic. If you can say, oh, I fucked up. I wasn't straight with myself. I wasn't straight with you. Let me set everybody straight. Let me get straight with everybody. If you just adopted that one thing, I mean, oh, what a gift that would be to everybody. Okay, if you just show up authentically, I mean, wow, you're a star, automatically, in my book, anyway. And the second thing, look up your words. We all have numerous misunderstood terms. I mean numerous in the hundreds or thousands even, in various languages. And to do this course, you have to look up your misunderstood terms. You have to. You have to get a good dictionary. Every time you hear a term that you don't understand, or every time you get confused, you have to go back and look up your misunderstood terms. And it's usually the little words that we think we understand, like as, such, that, for, if, little words, up. These are most troublesome words because they specify the relations between the various parts of a sentence. You should all know this by now. Anybody that's hung out with us for more than a few minutes gets asked to look up their words. Why? Because we have a language, and that's the only way we can communicate an idea. And if you have a different idea what the meaning of the word is than I do, you're not going to be able to duplicate my intent. And since our intent here is clearing the planet, and we have a big enough space for that to show up in, this is a pretty big game. And so it's kind of important that you should clear all the instructions and get really, really clear about what it means. And this will show up in your responses to the questions we're going to ask you. Like the very first question when you send us the registration email, or why do you want to be in this course? We want a real answer to that. And we're going to check with that. We're going to see if your intention was as you stated in the beginning. And we're going to remind you if it's not. Because it's essential that you form an intention going into this course of being straight with yourself, being straight with us, looking up your words, showing up with integrity, showing up with authentically, and sharing with the whole group. Your story. That's how you become real. That's how you become authentic. That's how you become a leader, a star. And you're going to need to be a leader and a star to get us through this. This is a hard course. Just to get through the course, what to speak of life. So, what was the other thing? Ronnie, the third one.
The third one was being committed to something greater than yourself.
Greater. How much greater?
The greater, the better.
How great can you commit to? We're committed to God. This is a mission from God. Don't be put off by our theism. We're not religious assholes. We're just religious. No, we're not even religious. We're spiritual. We're in a relationship with God. Okay? I hope you don't mind. But it's fine with us if you don't understand that, or even if you don't like that. We don't care. But in the interest of full disclosure and integrity and all that, you need to know that about us, So our opinion is that if you get your integrity straight, sooner or later you will have to straighten out your relationship with God and us by getting even exchange with us, because we're giving you something very valuable here for free. But we don't have any worries about that. We know it's going to happen. Just as certainly as water flows downhill. If you get your integrity in, first of all, with yourself, sooner or later you're going to have to get your integrity in with God. And we call that being a devotee, showing up as a devotee. But that's okay. We don't really care about that because we know it's inevitable anyway. What we care about is you showing up in this course with integrity and being committed to something, anything, bigger than yourself. It can be this course. It could be clearing the planet, whatever that means for you. That's all right. So we want you to show up as being committed to something. It doesn't mean that you wear a uniform or a badge. It doesn't mean that you become a religious asshole or try to convince anybody else of your views. That's your thing. That's your private business. What it matters is that you have a purpose that allows you to get up in the morning and look the rising sun straight in the eye and say, good morning, I love you, I care. And get on with things, Get on with your life and get on with making this a better world. So being committed to something bigger than yourself is essential to be everything that you can be, and to be willing to be used by that commitment. To be willing to, like I said, get up in the morning, even if you don't feel like it, climb up on top of a mountain, look the sun in the eye, say hello to all the dogs, and give a class. Because that's what life is about, sharing this wisdom, sharing this value with everybody. That's what it's about for me anyway. If you would take up that commitment too, hey, that would be great. That's how this is going to work. That's how we're going to clear the planet. By showing up as somebody committed to something much bigger than themselves, namely clearing the planet. Okay? And finally, Ronnie, what's the last one?
Be willing to be at cause.
Sounds easy, doesn't it? Be willing to be at cause. But it's not. Because to be willing to be at cause, you have to be willing to take responsibility.
Stop blaming others.
Right. What happened to you when you were 3 years old is no longer a reason for what you're doing today. The only reason for what you're doing today is that you choose it. You choose the face that you put on and face the world and yourself. And when you get to be my age, the face that you have, that you wind up with, is the result of a lifetime of smiling or frowning or looking with love or looking with something else. It's written on the book of your face, what you did with your life. So if your face is a mask of pain, you fucked up somewhere along the line. But if your face has a smile and a twinkle in your eye and there's a spring in your step, even at 65, well, great, more power to you. Oh, what a beautiful bird. Mockingbird. You see, there's beauty in life everywhere. There's love. Love is as present as the air. You think you want love? You think you need this? You think you have to have that? You got to do this? You got to do... No! You can do whatever you choose to do as long as you show up with integrity, look up your words, are committed to something greater than yourself, and are willing to be at cause over change. And the first change is that you be the change that you want to happen in your life. Because your life is the way you show up. Absolutely. Nothing but. So please, do us all a favor and show up as yourself with integrity and as committed to something much greater to yourself. Be willing to look up your words so that we can communicate actually instead of playing games. And then we can get on with this work of clearing the planet by clearing ourselves. So, anything you want to share, Ronnie?
You covered it.
Did I cover it? That's why I'm the young guru, David Aleon. A león, a león.
Hello.